How's it going, guys? So, look what just came in today. Surprise, I didn't tell you guys I was gonna get this in. But, of course, the most hyped Android phone out there right now is the Nexus 6P. I've already written an article on why I think the Moto X is better. At least, it's hard to say. You can't say it's better for everybody because everybody is different. Everyone has different needs. And, so it's better in my eyes. So for some people, the 6P will be better. For some people, I think the Moto X will be better. Specs wise, they're pretty close, but of course, specs wise, the 6P is gonna win with the 810 processor as well. It's better GPU. It does have an AMOLED display, which I'll go over that more in actual comparison. Right now, I'm just gonna do the quick unboxing, and I'm gonna compare these three devices just design wise to see what has come over from the old Nexus 6 to the new Nexus 6. So I'm sure you guys might have already seen an unboxing, but I'm gonna do a quick one here. So this year, Google's boxes are all kind of similar, from the Chromecast to they're all kind of boxed similarly. So get rid of that, and just have the P logo there. Lift that up. But yeah, if you haven't checked out that article, definitely check it out below. And the reasons that I chose are reasons that I could already pick before even handling the phone, just from the specs and what I've heard about it and everything. And boom, so just a little message here. So this is the brick for the new one. USB Type-C, USB Type-C is great. Of course, at this point, it's more of a disadvantage. Makes it a little bit more future-proof. And it's definitely a good size cord, pretty long. And I love how you can just put it in either way. Same thing, so this is not your standard. So pretty much everything that I have right now, all my charging solutions are not going to work for this phone. So this is going to be my survival kit right here, because no phone has ever lasted me all day. Maybe the new upcoming Turbo 2 might, maybe, possibly. But I usually have to charge at some point in the day. Usually charge once and I'll be good. But I could last if I wanted to, but I'd rather just leave everything on and use the phone as it was intended. So that's pretty cool. I like this right here. So this, for the future, definitely is nice. You just have everything is just the same. Both ends are the same. I like that. So put that aside. Lift up the phone. Google Play Music. I'm already a subscriber, so I don't think this will work for me. So, if anything, I'll try it. So if it gives me credit, that'd be cool. I'll let you guys know if it does, but I'm already subscribed to it. There's your SIM removal tool right there. I'm not gonna put my SIM card in just yet. And it does come with a second little shoulder cord here. So even with this, like, I have like the portable charger from Anchor. Most likely still not gonna work because you have to have a specific type of power source. So quick charging on the go is gonna be a little bit tough here. So that's pretty much it. That's in the box. Let's take a look at the phone. Nexus 6P. So I went ahead and went with the aluminum. I think a lot of people were kind of hating on this one, but I don't know. I haven't had an aluminum phone yet, so I kind of chose to go with that. So it's cool. There's a little cold outside, so nice feel in the hand. It does feel good in the hand. It is definitely looks quite a bit taller. Yeah, that is actually a bigger difference than I thought. I mean, comparing the two side by side, it is quite a bit taller. The bezels are quite big on this phone, but let's compare it to the 6. So yeah, you can tell the bezel is definitely bigger than the 6. Actually, it's slightly taller than the 6. Not as wide, so it will make one-handed use easier. But yeah, this is definitely not as one-handed friendly as the Moto X. As you can see, that height definitely helps out. So it definitely doesn't help out. It doesn't help out. It doesn't make this easier to use one-handed. At least normal usage will be fine. Just having to drag the notification down, you might have to shimmy a little bit. With this, I can do it pretty easily. I do have to kind of shimmy up a little bit, or just hold the phone a little bit differently. So it's gonna take some getting used to. There you go with the fingerprint sensor right there. So design-wise, let's see what came from the Nexus 6 that moved over to the end of Moto X, because these phones are very similarly designed. You know, same design here, SIM tray and everything's in the same place. So they kept the headphone jack at the top. SIM tray though has been moved to the side, and no SD card on the 6P, but you do get an SD card on the Moto X. Another thing that you can tell, both the Moto X and the Nexus 6, something that Motorola does, which I definitely appreciate, they put there's a little bit of a ridge on the power button, so you can make the difference between the power and the volume buttons, and they definitely kept that here. So you got that there, so that's good on them for keeping that. And the bulge is barely noticeable. You're not really gonna notice it while using the phone, and the phone definitely feels very, very good in the hand. A little tall for my liking, and of course I would have loved to customize it, but of course, you know, you can always get yourself a D brand scan, which will look nice. I'm actually a very, very big fan of the aluminum color. It's a nice color. I think it looks well. The black looked a little bit boring to me. And of course, another thing that they kept are the dual front facing speakers. So as you can see, can't wait to test them out. The thing is, these actually go in a little bit, as opposed to the Moto X, which actually you can, you know, pop out a little bit. Other than that, the designs are gonna be widely different. The Huawei, the Nexus 6P, is all metal, while the Moto X, the Nexus 6 was, you know, metal insides and plastic back. Of course, Moto X can be wood, leather, or plastic, but metal on the edges. And the only thing that seems off to me is just the bottom here. This kind of feels weird. Like, why is it here? I'm not too big of a fan. It's not flush with it and kind of looks off. But you have a USB-C port here, power button and volume button here, SIM card tray, and that's really about it for the phone, guys. If you have any questions about the phone, of course I'm gonna start using it. I'm still testing out a couple things with this one, you know, Android M and all of that. It's looking good, guys, and so I'm definitely gonna wait till the final build of M comes out on this to do like the full comparisons. But of course, this, like I said, this will have the upper edge, and I'm gonna give you a full comparison between the two. You know, as a Moto X lover, I do love Moto X, but the Nexus 6, you know, this is the foundation of Android. This is how Google shows how Android is supposed to be. You know, that's why we always get excited about the Nexus line of devices. I can't love the Moto X without loving the Nexus 6. The Moto X is essentially a version of the Nexus 6 with Motorola's enhancements. So you get stock Android with some nice features that I just love. And of course, you gotta to appreciate the Nexus line. So I'm just gonna do a quick boot up here, and first you're greeted with this beautiful display. So I will set this up and I'll go through all that, use the phone for a couple of days, give you guys my impressions on everything about it. And if you have any questions, leave them down in the comments below. If you have any more questions about the Moto X, of course, always hit me up about that. Any questions about the Nexus 6P, you can do the same. Any questions about Marshmallow, I'm always here. And I'll see you guys on the next one.